Brilliance Audio.
All I Want from Santa by Lisa Jackson. Performed by Susan Bennett.
I got a letter for Santa Claus,
Amy sang out as she burst through the door. A 4-year-old dynamo with black curls that had fallen from her ponytail and were now dusted with snowflakes, she torpedoed into the cabin as she peeled off her jacket and backpack. Through the open door, Veronica spied her sister Shelley's huge Chevy wagon idling near the garage that they'd converted into a warehouse. In the paddock nearby, her horses sniffed at the snow-covered ground, searching for a few blades of grass. "Gotta run, Ronni! The twins are starving!" Shelley yelled, waving through the open window of her car. Her boys, Kent and Kurt, were arguing loudly enough to wake the dead. "My turn tomorrow," Veronica called, and in a plume of blue exhaust, the old station wagon lumbered out of sight. Closing the door behind her, she saw her daughter delving into the front pocket of her backpack. "What's this about a letter?"
"For Santa,"
Amy repeated, retrieving a single sheet of paper with a Santa sticker in one corner and a 4-year-old's uneven scrawl across the page.
"Come on, Mommy. We gots to put a stamp on it and mail it."
"First, take off your boots and tell me about preschool today. Then we'll mail the letter in the morning." Veronica poured a cup of coffee and settled into a corner of the couch where she patted a worn cushion to indicate a spot for her daughter. She was glad to have Amy home. It was nearly December, and all afternoon she'd felt ill at ease on the mountain, where she worked as part of the ski patrol. There had been record-breaking snowstorms in the Cascades this year, and more skiers than ever were gliding down the slopes, challenging the mountain. Thankfully, despite her premonition, there hadn't been a serious accident on the mountain today. Still, she was cold deep in her bones, though she'd left Mount Echo nearly an hour before. Amy's eyes, so like her father's, sparkled.
"Promise you'll mail it?"
"Cross my heart," Veronica replied with a laugh, as she dragged a finger over her chest in an exaggerated motion. No matter how melancholy Ronni felt, Amy had a way of making the gloom disappear.
"Okay."
The little girl dashed across the room, her stockinged feet sliding on the hardwood, until she reached the braided rug. The cabin they lived in had no formal rooms, just living areas separated by sparse furniture groupings. Everything on and around the blue and white rug was considered the living room. The rest of the downstairs was the dining room and kitchen. A small half-bath was located on the far wall, and the loft above supported a bedroom, full bath, and open den area where Veronica slept. The mountain home was small but cozy, and big enough for the two of them.
"Miss Jenny helped me with it."
Miss Jenny was Amy's preschool teacher. A patient woman of about 25, Jenny Anderson was a godsend on the days that Veronica worked in her small mail-order shop in her garage warehouse, shipping a variety of Northwest items to eager customers. "So, I suppose you told Santa what you want this year," Veronica prodded, her gaze straying to the boxes of ornaments and lights that she'd hauled out of the attic and stacked near the bookcase. Christmas. It used to be her favorite holiday, but ever since Hank's death. She closed her eyes for a second, refusing to dwell on the past.
"I want a puppy,"
Amy said, climbing into her mother's lap while the fire crackled and hissed behind an ancient screen. "Oh, now there's a surprise," Veronica teased, as she kissed the curly hair of Amy's crown. "You're like a broken record when it comes to a dog." "We've already got the horses."
"But I want a puppy."
I know. Ronni tried a different tack. "Anything else on your list?" "A daddy." "A what?" Veronica silently prayed she'd heard incorrectly.
"A daddy, like all my friends have."
Amy said the request matter-of-factly, as if her mother should be able to see the perfect logic of it all.
Then you wouldn't have to be alone.
I'm not alone, Veronica protested. I've got you.